I settled for being a low risk trader and I became profitable. Like, let it sink in your head. Hello everyone. But welcome to first episode of my YouTube channel. So I just started being profitable a while back. You know, last month was so good, so I decided, let's just document because I've always wished there was someone that documented their journey, not after they made money and they just started flaunting their money and saying, "Oh, I made $50,000." Like, I wanted someone that documented their $10 days, $50 days, $20 days, and that's where I'm at. I'm a very low risk trader, so I'm not messing in the hundreds self. So I'm just doing 25, 10, $15. So here's the first episode. I'm going to cover what I was saying that made me to take the trade. So EURUSD, I already did my COT analysis, so which COT and what's it called, and the other guy, it escaped me the name. I'm kind of nervous, so I'm bound to forget some things. So I already did that, and it gave me a bias for the week, which was bullish, which means I'm only going to be buying. And the only pair that was valid was EURUSD. I know some people trade a lot of pairs. I think I trade 5-6 pairs, but I have to validate the pair, and most week I basically don't even get a trade. So for this week it was just EURUSD, and I said lick him up. So I'm just going to keep on throwing that word out there. I saw this guy, I've forgotten his name, and he just kept on saying it, lick him up, and that's my favorite word at the moment. So let's start. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get rid of all this stuff. I'm coming back to these guys. So basically, I think one of the mistakes I've been making over the past 5-6 years, because I've been learning to trade for like 7 years and I've been feeling miserably at it. So I recently got the hang of it and I've had profitable 5 months, which looking back is just mind blowing because I didn't even think it was humanly doable anymore as of this point. But I just stuck to it, and thank Jehovah Emmanuel, I didn't quit, so I'm kind of eating the fruit of my labor, though the fruits are still small, but fuck it. So, boom, boom. The most important thing I'll say is your direction. If you get the direction right, your entry doesn't really mean anything. So for the past 5-6 years, I've been focusing on trying to get the best entry, but like I've neglected the direction. If you can tell the direction of the of price, say this was on Monday, say on this Monday you could predict that price is going to fall throughout this week. Despite price rising on Friday, but if you could catch a majority, even if you sold here, it will still be a win. Even if you sold here, it will still be a win. Even if you sold here, it will be like any entry you get with a sufficient stop loss would have been a win. Instead of saying, okay, you want to buy, let's say you said, okay, you want to buy this price action, that would be very bad, because even if you buy here before price moves, unless you get out really fast, which I don't think you probably will, because you want to get a good risk to reward, you get smoked, you go again, lick him up, you're out again, right? Maybe you got a win here, boom, you go again, lick him up, you're out again, you go again, you're out. So it will just be like win loss. But think that you got the sell right, that would have been mind blowing. So coming to this week, I already told myself, so I'm looking for buys, and on Sunday, that was when the first entry came. I was already almost asleep, and I was like, let me look at the chart, and then I just saw this banger. because I thought this would happen London session-ish, but it happened during Asian, and I'm glad I was awake to catch it. So basically, my validator for a trade is just 2 bounce on a zone. It's that simple. I've been struggling for years, and it was this simple to do. It's kind of mind blowing. So this was the zone. I'm going to delete. Now I need a good reaction. So you could have said this was the zone, right? But then price broke through and closed below the zone, so invalidating that zone. Then I picked this guy, lick him up, Now this was not a first reaction. Reason being, it was kind of too sharp. Price just dumped, then moved. I liked this one better because there was kind of a lot of price action and there was space. This type of space. Lick him up. So that happened. Boom. We had our first reaction, right? Which was this bullish engulfing. Then price came back. On the 30, my entry was on 30 minutes, so I only fuck with, I shouldn't cause, but I only use 2 time frame, which is the 1 hour and the 30 minutes. The 1 hour is for drawing my zones. I take entry on the 1 hour, but sometimes the entry are clear around the 30 minutes. So basically my entry is an engulfing candle. Boom. I entered around here, lick him up, and immediately price did this beautiful price action. Then I came out for 1 to 2 because I've done the 1 to 10, I've done the 1 to 20, I think I've even done 1 to 50 at some point, and those are not sustainable things. Those are not things that you can really sustain in the long run. So I settled for 1 to 2 and 1 to 1.5 and 1 to 1. Right, that's my thing now. So I had this boom, and my second trade, remember we're only buying, right? And my second trade was, let's get rid of this. Remember, we need 2 touches. If it's a third touch, I don't care about it, right? So we had that. Now we could have said this zone, right? But this guy didn't tap the zone. Remember, we need to tap, right? My zone for a bullish trade always has to originate from a red candle or the lowest candle of a pullback, right? So just to put that out there, boom, lick him up. So I had this zone, which was the red candle. As you can see, first reaction clean. This was where I got in, right? Oh, this was the engulfing. My stop was beneath this zone. Now for most people, right, and including this was me from the previous years of trying to trade, after this big push, I'll get so scared. If you're getting scared, that's a sign that you are risking too much. I settled for being a low risk trader and I became profitable. Like, let it sink in your head. Like, I've tried risking 5%, I've tried risking 10% because I was in a hurry to make these peas, this bread. But fuck that. You have to do what's right for you to be profitable. And when you're profitable, you have to do what's right for you to be profitable. And when you're profitable, it's just like another source of income. Like, it doesn't have to be your main source of income, right? It's better if it's your other source of income or not your main everything. Like, you have to pay rent and everything, because then you just put pressure on your trading, and pressure and trading doesn't work well together. I've tried that, trust me. I think I left for 1, 2. And for the last trade, for the last trade, which was unfortunately, I don't really care, which was loss. Boom, was this guy. So I got in, I think right here, and my stop was here. Alright, and price did 1 to 1.5, and I was aiming for 1 to 2. So I was asked, definitely this would have been a break-even trade, but I was asleep. The devil came for my soul. But also I was asleep, and when I woke up, price was already here, and I was so pissed. But I was like, "Wusa," Hakuna Matata, whatever, and that was it. So if you are taking anything away from this video, is know the type of trader that you are, and don't assume you are a high risk trader, because most people are not. Right? Humans are more alike than they are disalike. You get? So if there are a lot of people that are low risk, you are probably a low risk, right? Don't try and force being a high risk, because it will only mess with your money, your peace, and your mood. I remember when I used to trade and cry. those were very fucking dark days, guy. Lick him up. Lick him up. So that was basically it. So for this week I'm done, because I'm not looking for, I could still look for a trade, but alright, this is too far out. There is nothing to the left for me to play my 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to consider something this far to still be active. So I'm just going to say, do you know what, I'm done for the week. I was supposed to do 3.5 arrow, but I did 2.5, so which is still very good. Trust me, it's still very good. And I did 20 buck. My MT4 is not logged in on this PC. This PC is so, God should save me. Fuck, don't tell me this thing is not recording. Right, so God should help me. I should change this PC and everything will be blasted. So MT4 is on my phone. I don't even know how to hook my phone to this video yet, but I did $30 this week. I'm going to withdraw that and go buy myself a good chow, good food. That's all I can afford from my trading for now. I hope later on, I probably believe later on, I'll be able to get a good car and a good house from it. But for now, if it's only buying me food, it's only buying me food, right? That's what most people don't realize. Whatever trading money can buy you, it buys you. Don't try and force it to buy you something else. You get? So peace out. Lick him up. See you on the next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and be positive. Don't be a dickhead, please. All right, peace out.